So your mind's racing over and over it goes. Over and over and over and over. You can't get the thoughts out of your mind. It's relentless. Absolutely relentless. The rumination. And you're turning to alcohol. That begins not to work. You need to take marijuana. That's not helping. So you try stronger drugs. You go to the doctor, you get prescribed medications for depression. They're happy to hand them out. Don't worry about that. That's not going to be an issue. So the next thing, you're trying to juggle all these chemicals which are disrupting your mind and your personal calibration. Then you start the reckless sex pathway to alleviate some of the stress, but you possibly end up with a disease, and now you've got to deal with that in the middle of all this mental health stuff, and your overall health begins to decline. And the problem with this is, out of the breakup, the problem is that none of these things are fixing anything. You're not getting to the roots of the problem, which are what actually happened in the relationship. What caused it to decline? Now, many of you may never, ever, ever be able to conclude what the problem was, why things ended up the way that they did. You haven't done the work, the research, understanding human nature, and understanding that there is an evil nature working against us, within us, that's part of us. We don't want to accept that there is a side to us that would bring evil to ourselves, that we would contribute to our own demise. Now, for all fairness and all intensive purposes, you may not have done anything to deserve a breakup. The breakup could be solely the result of somebody else's bad behavior and inability to function in a relationship. It could also be the result of somebody else's downright bad behavior, or negligent behavior. It could be a loss of attraction on your part or their part. I don't know your specific situation. They could have slept with your best friend. They could have been playing around with somebody at work. They could have been emotionally attached to children to such an extent all the interferences wore you down. These are the things that can wear out relationships. There could have been family members interfering, mothers or parents interfering. They could have spent the finances recklessly. Compulsive spending is a big one. That gets a lot of them. There's a whole range of things that could have happened. A whole range. But now you've got yourself in this rumination state. A state where your mind is going over and over and over the relationship, blaming, trying to find answers. What could I have done different? Why did it end that way? We got on so well. Unresolved in the most micro-incremental ways. Can be the cause of a lot of evil, because evil wants to bring trouble, so therefore things that can be resolved that aren't resolved for whatever evasive reason even though you can't see these reasons on the surface, you have to humble yourself and say to yourself, there were areas that showed me that things were wrong, that there was something missing in our relationship that was going to make it happy and healthy. We just weren't doing the resolve. Now, remember, the smallest little matters that need to be fixed have to be fixed on the run. Some of them may take some time and some conversations, but they can be fixed. But if you give that time and have those conversations, and things are left idle, this is where evil, covert evil, begins to creep in, and that's why a lot of people end up with ruminating minds on alcohol and drugs and other chemicals and prescribed drugs, with mental health issues and physical issues, participating in reckless and casual sex, or go into hermit phase because the unresolved was allowed to creep up and become a deeper unnecessary evil. So evil, and it's not a word that's understood anymore. You think of monsters and things like this. No, evil has a way of getting its claws into relationships. And because many of us don't understand what it is and that it's actually a part of our nature, and we can't come to conclusions to why we get hurt in relationships and how things end up the way they do and all the damage that comes with that to our mind and to our bodies, because the body always follows the mind, we give in. Many people just give in. They just go, no, I'm not doing that again. I don't even know what happened. It's because you had no awareness of how the evil from within, you and your partner, was able to perpetrate the union that you had and bring down and destroy the relationship you were trying to have. Then on the other hand, there's people that are very committed, but they're only using their partners as supply, intimate supply, and all other sorts of, could be financial supply. A lot of women don't want the man intimately, or the man doesn't want the woman intimately, but by contributions of money, the person that's not wanted thinks that they will be wanted, only to realise that it doesn't change anything. They're just being used. They're just a commodity, a throwaway asset. So we need to have value on all the things within a relationship. We need to be aware of all the things, positive and negative, that are happening within the relationship. And if we think we can neglect things that need to be resolved, and we become unaware of all the areas that resolve needs to mend in the unseen realm, in an unseen way, after all the talks and times being given, that's how many what could have been wonderful relationships come to an end.